Okej, vi ger den här Drunken Kiss Concert Walk Up in Hospital. Vi ser om det här går att titta på. Om det inte går att titta på, Olivia, då kommer jag bara sluta och så kommer jag återgå till jorden och ringa. Jag vill inte höra något gnälla om det.
Look at this behind me. How cool is that? In a pirate gun. Welcome back everybody to my living room, and this is where I will make today's video because it's just done today, and I will show you in the end of this video because this room is a sanctuary. It's so cozy you won't believe it, but I'll show you in the end of the video. Today I'm gonna talk about something a little more serious but still fun. I'm gonna give you another story time. Last story time was about a party trip to England in 2010 when me and my friend and godfather of my son Charlie went to London to watch The Murder Dolls. If you missed that, watch that. That's the latest uploaded video. Today I will talk about something more serious. When and where I became sober, I guess you could say. Because up to that point I was drinking excessively, I was gonna say, but up to that point I was not. I had been sober for a year or two at that point, but that was the last time I drank, and I knew I will never drink again. But before I was thinking about becoming sober, I was drinking quite heavily and quite often, 2-3 times a week, and pretty much every time. And I was very swollen. I had terrible skin. I have some pictures of how I looked. But anyways, before we...
Tack för pengarna, Heisekel. Det gjorde du bra, det förtjänat. Jag kräver att detta meddelande inte visas i en highlight. Jag kan nästan garantera, med tanke på hur rutten den här raskvideon är, så kan jag nästan garantera att det inte kommer vara så.
We tell the story time. I would really appreciate a thumbs up if you subscribed with notifications on and left a comment when the video is done. What would you think? Anyways, this was back in the year of...
Tack för pengarna, fantastic. I'm jättegood på engelska. Fy fan alltså.
2022, I think, when Kiss came to Stockholm on their end of the road tour.
Clownvisor. When will you apologize to Clue for lying? True. Clownvisor är för övrigt en helt otrolig kanal. Här finns det. Här borde ni följa. Här finns det många Maymays. Den här kan vi skicka åt helvete.
This was not my first Kiss show. This was my third or fourth time seeing Kiss. My first Kiss show was in Stockholm, March in 1991, and it was Psycho Circus, and I saw Kiss with Ace, Paul, Gene, and Peter, so I saw the original four, and I'm very happy about that. I didn't see them here in Sweden on the reunion tour. I think I was a little too young to go. I liked Kiss during that time. It was one of my favorite bands, but I was like 5, 6, 7 years old during 95, 96, 97. So I didn't go, unfortunately, to the reunion tour, and then after that I didn't see Kiss for quite some time. They didn't come back here, I think, after 1999 until 2008, I think. Or maybe I have my head up my ass so I can't see, because I have no recollection of Kiss being here between 1999 and 2008, and if they were, I don't know why I wasn't there. So after 1999, the second time watching Kiss was at Stockholm Stadion.
Hej Olivia.
Tänkte du på att han sa att my first concert was 1991? Han var ju född då.
Ja, men han är kanske inte så duktig. Han sa väl fel bara liksom. Det kan man väl unna honom, eller?
First Kiss concert was 1991. Man bara, bror, du var född då. Nej, och sen...
Hur går det?
Nej, men vad var det han sa? Han sa typ så här. Ja, jag vill bara påpeka det. Att han sa, hans första kisskonsert var när han var född. Det vet vi nu.
Ja, det är inte lätt, hörru. Det ska du ha jävligt klart för dig.
And it was 2008. I was 17, gonna turn 18 that year. My birthday is very late in the year. My birthday is in November, so this was in 2018. 28, I was gonna turn 18, but I was still 17. So me and my friend, the same friend that I went to Kiss 2021 with, or 2022, I don't know what year it was, we went to Kiss. My father drove us there, and he likes Kiss, so he watched them as well, but from the... we stood in the golden circle, standing, and my father and my brother were sitting in the bleachers. Is that what it's called? My English is terrible. I don't know. That was my second time seeing Kiss.
Alltså, vem frågar känner jag kring hela den här videon? Alltså varför så okej, du har varit och sett Kiss och sen såg du Kiss igen. Okej.
And I guess I've seen Kiss 3 times, not 4, because my third time seeing Kiss, if I don't think I didn't watch them when they were here 2013 because I was at work. I couldn't go, and then they came again. I think I missed 2, maybe 2 runs here in Stockholm, Sweden. I don't know. Fuck it. But when they came for End of the Road, I thought, I've seen Kiss 2 times, and I thought they're not that good anymore. The tempo is slow, it's in a different key, I think, but I understand it so Paul can sing, because his voice is lower than it used to be. He can't take those very high notes anymore. I don't blame him for that. They are older, so they had to slow the tempo and songs down. They have to play it in a different key, and they have been accused of using tracks. And to be honest, I wasn't all that hyped about paying an excruciating amount of money to go see them, but I bought good tickets because I thought this is my last chance seeing Kiss. They took me through hard times. They have been there for me since I was 3 years old. I want good seats and I want to kiss them goodbye. Pun intended. So I booked the tickets and I asked my friend, I didn't want to go alone, and my wife had to be home with the kids, so I said to my friend, if I buy, do you want to come? And he said, hell yeah. So we went to Stockholm, and this was like, anyway, my first sober year was in 2017 or 2018. I knew I had a problem drinking, and people around me were saying like, you shouldn't drink, and in holidays and stuff, my family, or especially my mom, you're gonna drink, and she were grinding my gears about it. Now leave me alone. I'm a grown-ass man. I'll drink if I want. And
det är ju lite av en varningstriangel kanske, att typ ens vänner och släkt som man umgås med frågar en om man tänker dricka inför att man ska göra någonting, eller åka på någon typ av event eller hitta på någonting. Jag tror att baronen kanske gjorde ett bra beslut som slutade dricka. Det kan jag ändå, det får han en tumme upp för. Good job.
I knew what they meant. And not every time I drank, but very often I fucked shit up. So that was something they were scared of when I was going to drink, and I act like a loose cannon, and you become a different person. Alcohol also has a song called Demon Alcohol. I'll get you. And that's true, because alcohol, you can't stay away from it, and when you drink it, you become insane. Or I do anyway. I can't drink one beer, because then I feel in my body, this feels good, I want to feel better. So then I drink one more, and oh yeah, the head is dizzy, my legs are loose. I like this. One more, and then I keep going. And then I keep going till I can't remember anything, and then I wake up the next morning and I have done very stupid stuff. And that's a reoccurring thing when I drink alcohol, and waking up with terrible anxiety and memories start coming back, and So 2017 or 2018, I had my first sober year. I said to myself, this was such an alcoholic thing to do. If I can be sober for a year, I don't have a problem with alcohol. So I was sober for a year. I went to parties, I went to gigs. It sucked, it wasn't fun, but I think that was because I knew there will come a day when I'm going to drink again. So
men är det här storyn om hur han liksom tog ett planerat återfall? Han slutade dricka alkohol för att han inte kunde bete sig och det var pissjobbigt. Och sen så slutade han med liksom sockerflott och kolhydrater. Och så gick han ner en massa i vikt och liksom levde nykterhetslivet. Och sen tog han ett planerat återfall på Kiss-konserten och betedde sig som en apa. Okej.
Stop drinking, I think you have to know that this is it. I don't want to drink ever again in my life. Not a day in my life. You really have to...
videon på 1,25 så att vi kommer igenom det här någon gång idag.
Know that I'm done with it, because if you feel something inside you, I'm not done, and it's luring you in, and I think that's bad news, and you will get drunk soon again. You have to know, I don't want to do it anymore. That's the way it is for me anyway. I know now that I don't want to drink, and I don't even think about alcohol. The first year I did, and it was quite a change to get used to. I have lived my whole adult life drinking alcohol since I was like 15, 16 years old. And here I am, 30 years old, you know. So anyway, I was sober for a year, then I started drinking again, drinking on and off. And I can never keep it on a good level. It always escalates, and I can have a period, and then I fuck shit up again. So the year was 2021 or 2022. I think it was 2022. Until it was Kiss, End of the Road, and I was stoked to kiss them goodbye, and hey, Detroit Rock City and all those songs live, what can go wrong? And while you're there, and the closer you get to the show, I became more and more psyched and pumped. And day of showtime, I had bought a couple of beers, 33 centiliter, 5.2% alcohol, a couple of them, and I had bought small Jägermeister bottles, 4 centiliter bottles, I think. A 10-pack or a 12-pack or something like that, and one kvarting Jägermeister, one small bottle of Jägermeister. So we brought Jägermeister and beer to Stockholm, and keep in mind, during this time I had been sober for a long time, and I had lost a lot of weight because I stopped drinking, I became depressed, and a lot of...
Jag tror att problemet här kommer vara att han dricker i samma takt och samma mängd som han gjorde när han drack senast. Det vill säga när han dels vägde mycket mer, men också förmodligen hade en högre alkoholtolerans eftersom han drack ganska mycket på den tiden. Och nu, flera år senare, när han liksom har gått ner en massa i vikt och inte druckit på flera år, så kommer han bli knullfull av att dricka så mycket.
Alltså, kan folk i chatten sluta vara så negativa? Det kommer bli kul. Och sen så sa jag till att man måste läsa liksom kommentarerna. Sluta vara så jävla tråkiga. Det här är jättekul. Jävla blir äckel alltså. Men sluta. Alltså, det här är jättekul. Alltså what the fuck. Du kan inte skratta åt det här. Ni är så tråkiga människor. Gå och lägger alltså. Det här är jättekul. Så igen. Om ni inte vill se här, där fuck, gå och kolla på rask äckliga fickkock då. Alltså vad liksom... Jag vill se det här. Skyll inte på mig. Ja. Jag tvingar ingen. Jag sa bara, det här rekommendation.
Nej, du tvingar inte. Du är bara inne här i Voppi och hoppar på streamen i parti och minut. 15 gånger har du varit inne här. Så kan vi se rask. Sunset strip. Herregud alltså.
Sunset cock, period. Ja, men kolla. Det är klart snart. Kan ni sluta grina i chatten? Så jävla jobbigt alltså.
Ja, jag håller med.
Period. Ja.
Okej, bra.
Period.
Nu kör vi.
1991.
Stuff contributed to me losing a lot of weight. But I think first and foremost, it's me not drinking alcohol. And not drinking alcohol, you don't get hungover. And when you're not hungover, you don't eat pizza and chips and all that stuff that comes with it. One night on the bar isn't just one night on the bar in the wallet. You're going to get hungover and you're going to want pizza and you're going to want, oh, I deserve this. But you don't, because you choose to feel that way. You became drunk by your own choice.
True.
Anyways, So this was planned, and I didn't sneak with it. I told my wife I'm going to drink, and I had the beers and the Jägermeister in the fridge, and so I wasn't sneaking about it. And I have terrible, what's it called, social anxiety. When I'm with friends and I feel secure and stuff, then I can have a great day and be on a food market or in a carnival or Gröna Lund or something like that. But in a bad day, I don't want to go out at all. But I knew that I was going to Kiss show. There's going to be 10, 15, 20, 25,000 people there. And I know I will meet people that I know. And I know that I will meet people that watch my channel that will want to take photographs and stuff. Not this channel, my Swedish channel. And I was very, very right. I met dudes from Lips. We hung out with Gabriel from Crash Diet, the old singer. We partied before. We went out to dinner. It was Gabriel from Crash Diet, his girlfriend, now wife maybe. They have a lovely son. He's not a singer in Crash Diet anymore. When he became a dad, he put the microphone on the shelf. But we went out to dinner before the Kiss show with Gabriel, the singer from Crash Diet, and his girlfriend.
Det är kul att höra liksom att det inte bara liksom direktöversättningar från engelska till svenska, utan nu får vi också höra direktöversättningar från engelska eller från svenska till engelska. Put the microphone on the shelf.
And he was sober, he didn't drink, so he drove the car there with us drinking in the back seat. So we were at Garlic and Shots, we were drinking, because I forgot to tell you, our favorite place in London is called Garlic and Shots. And they have it in Stockholm too, and we had never been there. So we said, fuck, let's go there before the Kiss show. We went to Garlic and Shots.
Där har jag varit. Jag har en kompis som jobbade där. Garlic and Shots, bröderna Olsson Garlic and Shots. Vid Medborgarplatsen. De har vitlöksshots. Det är en hel grej. Vitlöksglass. Mycket vitlök. Det är nice. He drove the car over there.
In Murder Dolls. Let's go there, see what it's all about. It wasn't quite the same as in London. I think London is more, but maybe it's the vibe and the feeling for me, I guess, but it's not, I can't compare the two, and it's not the same. Garlic and Shots in Sweden, the owners are nice and welcoming and warm, and Garlic and Shots in England, he's an asshole. But I love it, that's the way it should be. He's unpolite, he's rude to the customers, and they have shit reviews, Garlic and Shots in London, but we loved it. Yeah, it's gonna be this way. Rude, mean owner and bar staff, they were nice to us only because we were Swedish, because if you read reviews from Garlic and Shots London, at least during that time, from native English-speaking people, they all said the staff is so rude and they only talk in their native language, which is Swedish stuff, so we became friends with them, but that was the London story time. Anyway, we went to Garlic and Shots to eat, and we met friends. I met Sungen. So I did meet people, and alcohol did do a lot for me there, and I knew it would, because I always used alcohol as a way to be in social situations without feeling uncomfortable the other way around. When I'm drunk, I even like social situations, and I guess that's because I'm not so uptight, and I turn it off, and I can go up to anyone and say anything. Hi, what's up? And I don't care if I make a fool out of myself. That's alcohol for you. You know what I talk about. How many people doesn't use alcohol as a social medicine? I sure did. And I'm going to a show first time now this fall. Not drinking, and I won't drink. And I'm gonna...
Alltså det låter... Det känns konstigt. Det kanske är så det funkar, men det här med social fobi, liksom, att han knappt vill gå ut hemifrån vissa dagar. Men så helt plötsligt så liksom dricker han lite alkohol, och då ska han fram och hälsa på varenda jävla människa han träffar. Det låter skumt, men det kanske är så. Jag har ingen aning.
See how that goes, but I think it will go great. But anyways, since I had dropped a lot of weight and hadn't been drinking for a very long time, we started drinking on the train to Stockholm. We had a couple of beers, nothing much. And I knew I was going to have to take it slow, because I haven't been drinking for quite some time. And it was no problem at all. And then we went to Garlic and Shots, and we ordered food, and let's buy cigarettes. We said, because it's such a weird fucking thing. I hadn't been drinking for a long time, but one beer, I need a cigarette. And I hadn't been smoking for years. It's such a weird thing. I can't drink beer without cigarettes, and I don't know why. It's like something inside that switches on. I need a cigarette. But anyways, we bought cigarettes, we drank some beers, and we were feeling very good. Very, very good. I was feeling just like I want to feel. The reason I drink alcohol is to feel that way, and I was feeling it, and we were going to Kiss. I don't appreciate the sun very much, but days like this I do, and the sun was shining, and it was going to be an awesome day. So clock is ticking, and it's time to go to the arena. So we head to the car. Gabriel is driving, his girlfriend's in the front, and me and my friends in the back. And we get to the arena. We hook up with Sungen, have a couple of beers, and I meet the drummer from Lips. really cool guy, and we talk, and I meet friends from online that I never met and stuff. And showtime. Me and my friend, we drank the beers, and before showtime, how do I say this in English? He left me with our beers, so I had a lookout on him, so nobody would put anything in our glass, you know. And then when I was gonna pee before the show, he was gonna do the same. The problem with my friend is when he gets drunk, he's on an...
Han har ofta social förbi för tråkiga sammankomster som arbetsplatser och möten klockan 8 på morgonen. Ja. Spärrar som släpps när folk är förra är väl vanligt förekommande? Jo, jag vet, absolut, men liksom, jag vet inte hur det funkar med social fobi. Alltså social fobi är ju ändå en riktig diagnos. Jag vet inte om han har den, men det är ju ändå, social fobi är ju på riktigt liksom.
Tänker du på att han säger björn?
Björn?
Eller bara...
Vem fan är Björn? Är det hans kompis?
Ja, men han säger ju bear, alltså det är ju björn.
Björn? Va? Nej.
Vad är björn nu igen på engelska? Det är väl björn?
Ja, jaha! Han försökte säga beer som öl, men han säger bear. Eller? Som är björn.
Okej. Jag tänkte bara på... Det låter lite skumt. Beer.
Beer är öl, ja.
Och vad är björn?
Bear.
Bear, beer.
Beer, bear.
Ja, då tänkte jag fattar inte.
Nej, okej. Hihi.
He was dancing around the bar with some dude in the cowboy hat having fun. And I didn't say anything about it. We drank our beers and in we went to watch Kiss. So we missed the opening act on purpose because it was something called Nestor, and we didn't necessarily want to watch Nestor sitting in our seats when we could be in the bar. So when Nestor was playing like their last song, or when they had closed their set and it becomes dark and you wanted the best and getting ready for that stuff, we took our seats, and our seats were like from the bar, not far. So we took our seats. We sat there, and I had smuggled in a bottle of Jägermeister, a 50 centiliter plastic bottle of Jägermeister. I had pressed it so it was flat, and I had poured down some 4 centiliters of Jägermeister in this bottle. And I pressed it together so it was thin, and screwed the cap on, and I put it between my balls and my ass cheeks in my pants. So because you could pat it down, I don't know why I get patted down, because they don't have anything for it. If you want to bring anything in, you can. I can bring anything I want in there.
Det låter som terrorist.
So I haven't been to one single show, I think, without smuggling booze or something inside. Kiss 2008, I remember I had small Jägermeister bottles in between my ass cheeks and in my cowboy boots, and a girl called Ronja smuggled a big bottle of booze between her huge bosoms, so to speak. But anyways, I didn't...
Alltså varför smugglar han in bärs i rövhålet? Det här är för mycket.
Having a beer, but I had this Jägermeister, so I sat there watching the Detroit Rock City, and I don't know what happened with that bottle of Jägermeister, because 2, 3, 4 songs in, I don't remember jack shit. Nothing. Not a single thing. Black. Have you seen Men in Black? Look at this thing, and it flashes and memory is deleted or erased, Just like that. It was like I had looked at that fucking flash, and then I woke up in the hospital, but let's not jump too far ahead. We'll get there. I have been drugged once in my life before, and it was, I was 18.
Hade du blivit drogad här verkligen? Var det inte bara att du var pissefull? Men liksom, måste det alltid vara den mest convoluted förklaringen? Kan det inte bara vara det enklaste? Du har gått ner en massa i vikt, så du tål inte lika mycket. Du har inte druckit på länge, så du har mycket lägre alkoholtolerans än vad du hade förut. Och du drack lika mycket som du brukade dricka när du drack och vägde mer. Är inte den enklare lösningen så här? Du har blivit drogad.
19, I was out on a club with my friend, and it was last call. The bar was closing. We didn't have any money, so we went table to table drinking the stuff that people had left.
Fy fan vad äcklig.
For real. We were young.
Slattbaronen.
Didn't think very much of it. We just table, here's half a beer, drink it. Half a shot, drink it. And just table to table, glass of wine, blah, 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 blah. And I would like to call myself an expert on getting drunk and being drunk. I've been drunk so much and so often that I know every state of being drunk. And I can say that in that summer of 2008, when I was drugged, for a fact I know I was drunk every day. And that day, it was just blackout, total blackout. And maybe I would think it was because I was drunk if it was for an hour or two and I remember stuff here and there, but probably someone had slipped something in someone's drink, and then there I go from someone's table. I don't know how I got home. I lived 8 kilometers from the bar, and I woke up outside of my apartment on the grass, and then I don't know what happened. I think I passed out literally in the apartment complex on my way to the door, because then I woke up a second time inside the apartment complex in the stairs.
Alltså det är verkligen inte... Jag skulle inte säga att det är helt otroligt att så här, du kan dricka dig till den här typen av idiotfylla. Att du typ ramlar omkring, inte kommer ihåg särskilt mycket. Du har några så här fragmentariska minnesbilder av att när du är på något ställe. Eller att så här, du tar dig hem. Du minns inte hur du tog dig hem, men du vaknar liksom med kläderna på i din säng. Jag tycker inte att det här låter särskilt spektakulärt. Och det känns inte heller som att så här, varför skulle någon ha drogat dig? Varför? Tror du att folk bara går runt och så här sprinklar runt drog på olika ställen? Vad ska det vara bra för? Det kostar ju bara massa jävla pengar, helt i onödan.
Halfway up to my apartment. And then I came in and my girlfriend was talking about me telling weird stuff about we were gonna have to redecorate the walls and paint weird stuff on it, like a cow's, what's it called? Cow's tits. Jävla juver heter det på svenska. I told her we have to put that on the wall. So since that's a reoccurring joke.
UDDER. Udder.
Inside joke in my world between me and my friends. Målet juver på väggen. But anyways, I was expert at getting drunk at that time too, and I thought this is something new for me. And since that, in the summer of 2008, that has never happened until Kiss. It was the exact same thing. Detroit Rock City, boom, sledgehammer in the head. 7 o'clock, I wake up in the hospital. For real. And that scared me shitless. I have few moments in my life I've been that scared, I think, because I woke up in a hospital bed in Stockholm, Sankt Göran, in a room with others. Saturday night in Stockholm, there's a place called Sankt Göran where they take all the people that drink themselves senseless and all that stuff, and they wake up there. So I woke up in a room with like 3 or 4 other party guys, but these weren't party guys. These were, how do I put this in a nice way? The people I woke up in that room with, they were, I don't know, homeless, heroin addicts, something in that way. And I remember waking up 7 o'clock in the morning. First thing I see opening my eyes is a man in front of me. He's like maybe between 60, 65 years old. And I can put it like this. He's been around the block a time or 100, to say the least. And he's staring right at me as I open my eyes, like straight into my soul, it feels like. And he just lays there looking at me for quite some time. And then he just, what the fuck you gonna do? Then he rolls over, falls asleep again, like that happens to him every day or every weekend, I don't know. But it was new for me, and it was a reality check. I woke up because my wife was expecting me to come home the night before. And I don't know if
Hur hade de tänkt att, de tog tåget från Trosa till Stockholm, och sen skulle de supa sig till Apstadiet på konsert, och sen ta tåget tillbaka till Trosa mitt i natten. SJ... Acceptera alla cookies. Sök resa. Jag vill åka från Trosa. Nej, jag vill inte tycka till och med jävla webb. Är du dum i huvudet? Trosa centrum, visst, till Stockholm central. Ja, skicka mig nu. Skicka mig härifrån. Ja, det tar bara en timme. Om du får ett bra tåg. 1 till 1,5 timme mellan Trosa och Stockholm. Det är inte så farligt. Kostar bara typ 150 spänn också. Det är ju ganska bra. Men ändå. Jag vet inte. Jag hade nog. Säg att du åker liksom. Hellre än att åka 1,5 timme till mitt i natten. Då stannar man väl hellre kvar. Om du bor i en jävla håla som Trosa. Du åker till Stockholm för att gå på konsert. Alltså stannar du inte kvar och typ bor på hotell och typ kukar ur. Gör en hel grej av det.
Were drugged or if this was a case of me losing a lot of weight, not been drinking for a lot of time, and thinking I have my old tolerance level. But I didn't. I put the brakes on while drinking because I knew I didn't have my old tolerance level, and I was by this time 31 years old. Alcohol wasn't a new thing for me. So that's why I'm thinking, was something in my glass? Did somebody see that it was my beer? Maybe someone who don't like me, I don't know. Or maybe I took the wrong beer, I don't fucking know. All I know is that I remember Detroit Rock...
Du tog fel öl. Du tog någon annans öl som någon hade hällt drog i, eller tänker du att det är någon som har hällt drog i sin egen öl för att bli liksom blackout full, eller vad är det som händer? Och liksom folk går runt och har olika typer av drog som man blir bara slocknar av, och varför har man det? Och varför skulle man lägga det i handskar? Det är så jävla dumt.
City, that was the opening song. I remember that, and me and my friend were screaming in each other's faces. Had such a fucking great time. And after that, I don't remember what song the second one was, but I remember I watched like 2 or 3 songs, and then it's all black. And my friend told me I just stood up and walked out. Maybe I didn't feel good, I don't know. But alcohol always makes me feel good, so I don't know. But I stood up in the middle of the song and just walked out, and my friend were tagging along to see where the fuck is he going. And I went outside and I just sat on a concrete, something on a concrete fucking thing. And I fell asleep, and I was puking while I was sitting up, falling asleep, falling over. So my friend, I don't know if he contacted doctors at the venue or security or something, but they contacted ambulance, and the ambulance took me to St. Göran's hospital, where I woke up the day after. I didn't have a single thing on me. All I had was my clothes, and I had puke all over me. And I thought I lost my phone, I lost my keys, I lost my mind, I lost my wife, maybe, I didn't know.
I lost my wife, maybe, I didn't know. What fun.
So I went to the bathroom in the room, and then I went out in the hallway, like first person I saw in a white coat, hey, stop. And I just bursted out in tears and started crying right away. And I just remember asking, what has happened, I said. What happened? Because I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know why I was there or what had happened. I was so scared. And they told me what happened. I got there by ambulance from Tele2 Arena, and then they wanted to put me in a room to talk to me. And then they asked me questions like, are you suicidal? Have you ever thought about killing yourself and stuff like that? And I had to tell her, because I don't know if this was like some psych... I don't think I don't know. But the junkies and people taking overdoses and that stuff, I don't know, maybe they have to ask, but I had been drinking myself senseless. And they asked me a lot of weird questions. I just said, no, I haven't been drinking for a year or 2. I've lost a lot of weight, and during that time I haven't been drinking at all. This was going to be a fun night. We had planned this night for quite some time. It was me and my friend. We were going to go out to dinner and then go watch the Kiss show and have a good time. I'm not suicidal. I don't want to die. I don't want to commit suicide. This was going to be something fun.
Okay.
So that's what they understood very quickly, that I wasn't suicidal and what had happened. So then I asked, was I drugged? And then they told me, we don't know, but if you want to stay a couple of hours, we can find out. But I didn't want to stay a couple of hours. I just wanted to get home to Trosa, because it's like 1 hour to get home. So I walked to Liljeholmen and took the bus from Liljeholmen home to Trosa. And during the way there, I remember I called my mom, and I was feeling so weird, and I was crying, and my vision was, when I looked to the left, it felt like it took like a second or half a second for my vision to follow along, and I was like scared, and it felt like my body didn't do the stuff I wanted it to.
I'm a fucking genius. I'm a fucking million bastard. I'm a fucking Will Smith. I'm fucking me and Will Smith sucking down drinks at the millionaire lounge. We're fucking millionaires.
Tack för pengarna, kort. Det gjorde du bra, och det är förtjänat. Välkommen till miljonärsloungen. Will Smith. Drinkar. Sörpla. Miljonär. Om så erfaren personal misstänkte att han blivit drogad med dödssnack, hade de väl tagit prover på honom. Ja, jag vet inte. Det här känns bara AIDS.
To do. And that's also one of the things that makes me think that maybe something was put in my glass that shouldn't have been there. But I don't know. Or maybe it simply was the case that I hadn't been drinking for a while, lost a lot of weight. I don't know. But if that was the case, why didn't my memory come back till 7 in the morning? Kiss, when did they start playing? 10 at night? And I don't have memory till 7 o'clock in the morning. That's 9 hours black. 9 hours black. And it felt just like when I was 18, passing out on the grass, don't know how I got home, passing out in the apartment complex and all. It felt just like that. And that's...
Måste man skylla på att bli drogad? Karl drack för mycket helt enkelt, men han vill inte erkänna det bara. Ja, det är lite så jag känner också.
The last time I drank alcohol, and that was in June 2022, I think. It's soon June 2025 now, so I'm soon 3 years without alcohol, and I don't miss it. Up to that point, the Kiss show, I did miss it here and there, and I knew I'm going to drink again. I knew it. I didn't know when and where. It was the Kiss show. But after the Kiss show, I knew I'm never going to drink again. And hey, how many of you haven't done stupid shit, waking up and say, I'm never going to drink again? But that time, so including me, but that time I really meant it, and that's soon 3 years ago. And I haven't looked back. I haven't missed alcohol because I knew right then and right there I can't handle this shit. Even if I was drugged, I know alcohol isn't for me because it puts me in such fucking dangerous situations, bad situations. I say stuff, I do stuff, it fucks up stuff in my life, and alcohol is not for me. So, that being said, that was my story time of my last Kiss show in the summer of 2021. One hell of an adventure. I remember when I called my wife, I had to tell you, they had my phone, they had everything, they had my backpack, they had put it away in a box, locked box, so they had all my stuff. So I got it when and I had battery on my phone, so I called my wife and explained to her, and she wasn't mad or anything. She was very understanding, but worried. And I got home and had pizza and hung out with my family and knew...
Han öppnade ju för fan en öl på väg från Sankt Göran. Hur vet du det? Det låter helt sjukt.
What mattered in life then and there. But do you know what's sick and weird? And why I would like to call myself an alcoholic. When I woke up at Sankt Göran's hospital, the first thing I did when I walked out of there...
Jaha, okej, jag berättar om det nu.
You know what I did? For real? I bought beers. I didn't buy strong beer. I bought something we in Sweden called folköl. That's 3.5% alcohol. And I did that. Why? Because it's what I do when I'm hungover. It's like... it's just what I do. When I wake up, I'm hungover, a couple of beers, feel better, and that's sick. Especially when you haven't been drinking for several years, and that's the first thing you do waking up in the ER because of alcohol poisoning or whatever. You go out and you buy more beers. That's sick. Så jag sett i Liljeholmen.
Tack för pengarna, Siri, det gjorde du bra, det har jag förtjänat. AIDS i flera lager. True.
Drinking folköl, people's beer, smoking cigarettes,
people's
the ones I had from the day before, just feeling so fucking bad. I knew, and the weird thing was I knew that was the last time I was gonna be drinking. And I knew it while I drank the folköl right then and right there. And I remember how they tasted. They were hot in the sun, and and that's why I shouldn't drink alcohol. That was my story of the last time I drank alcohol. And I thought it's a great story to put on my channel, but it includes several things: rock and roll, alcohol, Kiss, and sobriety. These days, a lot of my heroes are sober, and I think that's a good thing, because when I was young, very easily, how do you say it, very easily formed by my brain was molded and formed by my idols, and they were all drunk, and we were glorifying their stupid stories about debauchery, and we wanted to do that too, and we were trying to do some to duplicate and some of those stuff. So a lot of our heroes today being clean and sober, I think that's a good thing, and they can inspire all those young people looking up to them, telling them that, yeah, I had fun, but it almost ruined my life too. But that's the thing. I don't regret drinking alcohol either. I have a lot of great stories. I have a lot of great memories, but I also have a lot of bad stories and a lot of bad memories.
True.
And the thing about alcohol is when you take that first sip, you don't know how the alcohol will affect you that time. So it's always a gamble and a little bit of rush.
Alltså det känns inte ändå som att man har ganska bra koll på hur alkohol kommer att påverka en varje gång. Att det handlar väldigt mycket om vad du dricker. Alltså det är väl framförallt, man kanske inte ska dricka ren sprit. Man kanske ska hålla sig till typ öl, där du ändå har hyfsad kontroll över hur snabbt alkoholnivån i blodet stiger. Och sen också kanske så här, hur mycket ska du dricka liksom? Har du ätit någonting? Har du druckit tillräckligt mycket vatten? Kör du varannan vatten? Och så vidare. Liksom, det finns ju sätt att liksom reda ut det där. Och i alla fall ge sig själv så bra förutsättningar som möjligt att inte vakna på Sankt Göran.
Roulette while drinking. Anyways, there are people out there that can handle alcohol and they never freak out and fuck up, but that's not me, and I don't know how anyone could. But people can, and I don't understand why. But that's something to always remember, because a few years into sobriety, many people think that, I don't have a problem. I can taste some alcohol, and there you go again. I know that I can never. I know that I hate it. I don't like the taste, but I know that if I would drink one beer now, I would love it, and I would want another one. But I don't crave it, I don't want it, I don't think about it in my daily life at all. I used to think about alcohol, now I can be honest about it, a lot of my woken time. Monday, fuck, Friday's gonna come, then I'm gonna drink. Saturday I'm gonna drink, and Sunday I will drink. Hungover beers, you know. And that's what got me through the week, was the knowledge that I was gonna get drunk the coming weekend. And that's not a healthy... That's not a healthy thing at all. Anyways, guys, that was my story. I hope you appreciate it. Take care of each other.
Det där var helt fruktansvärt, Olivia. Varför är jag inte dugg överraskad att det bara blev 4 videos på det här storslagna projektet? Ja. Well, that was cringe. The unfaithful narcissist who promised to pay his wife's debts. Of course he didn't, he kept the money for himself. Det är kul att det kommer liksom en massa raskologer och kommenterar på engelska. Varför? How was it to cheat on your flickvän? Alltså vad fan är det här för idiotkommentarer?
Kan du läsa kommentarerna?
Det är det jag gör, det jävla åsna.
Aha, men jag gick in. Okej, men läs dem högt. Läs dem, de är jätteroliga.
Kan inte du läsa kommentarerna högt? Så kan du ta dem som du tycker är jätteroliga.
Jag ska gå in på videon, jag ska läsa dem högt, okej?
Ja, okej.
Fast jag måste in och läger och YouTube. Sunset Rip, vänta. Jävla skitvideo. Fast den var rolig, erkänn.
Alltså, jag tycker inte den var så kul faktiskt, om jag ska vara helt ärlig.
Varför inte?
Det är inte så här, jag vill inte dö för att jag har sett det, men jag tycker att det var en ganska så här trist story.
Varför jag valde den var för att den var den som hade mest kommentarer.
Ja, okej. Ja, men det kanske...
Jävla äckliga Sunset Rip. Jag ska läsa upp kommentarerna. Här, vänta. Så jävla äckligt alltså. Vad tycker du om namnet då?
Sunset Rip?
Ja.
Jag vet inte vad det ska betyda.
Här, okej, jag ska läsa.
Ja.
You don't always need to tell everything. You can keep things for yourself. Try it. 81 likes. Håller med. The unfaithful narcissist who promised to pay his wife's debt.
Nu hörs du inte, Olivia, om du försöker säga någonting. Great story. It seems like you are a man for his hat. Is that the correct observation? Wow. Great video. It's only a matter of time before this channel go to the moon. Shit Baron for the win. Alltså, vad fan är det här? Citat. So I sit there in the park drinking people's beer. Folköl. Oh. Real G's have already heard this story in Swedish about 10 times. You can't walk past the classics. Oj. You are so crazy, partying like a rock'n'roller. Stay safe, Mr. Wildman. Alltså, vad är det här? Det känns verkligen som att det är... Kiss means pee in Swedish. Can you invite any real rockers to the channel? That would be so cool, man. Det känns som att det här är en kanal för vecklon. Men så får man väl inte säga längre, det här jävla landet. Okej, ja det där var det värsta jag varit med om. Nu ska vi titta på Rasks rap roast till fuskbyggaren.
Så ska jag bara säga det att alla hashtag rörden inte tröjor sålde slut. Men det finns nu en ny batch inne på 50 stycken t-shirts och hoodies.
Hej Olivia.
Har du läst? Nu kan jag läsa.
Nej men okej, läs kommentarerna då.
Just a suggestion, since it seems to be more uncertainty about your nickname. Shit Baron. What about Sunset Runk? Sunset Runk! Någon ska så här. Vänta. Någon ska så här, real task. Damn, you're a real rocker. It's nice that you keep up with the latest releases and go to concert. Rock on baby, you will be flying soon. Någon ska så här. Let's be honest. Någon ska så här, vad fan. Någon ska, let's be honest. You probably took that yourself and now you're spinning some wild tale about someone dropping it in some classic move, but hey, own it like rockstar. How was it to cheat on your flickvän?
Oj, det är grovt.
Vänta. Någon skrev, where are you? We need content creators like me on YouTube talking about rock, sick drunk stories and pimp or battle west. Någon skrev, please use an AI assistant for your English.
Oj, fan.
Någon skrev, någon skrev, fat rooster kanin po. What the fuck? Fat rooster kanin po. Nej, fat roaster kanin po. Vänta.
Det är alltså K9 är det nog. K9 är ju
Mr.
hund.
Rockstar, what happened to this awesome... Någon skrev, Mr. Rockstar för 7 dagar sedan. Mr. Rockstar, what happened to this awesome channel? I heard you like Ozzy. Why didn't you make awesome tribute video after his passing? There are so many posters out there talking about him, but you are real deal and it will have been fun to hear your memories about him. Keep rocking and stay out of prison. You will be flying soon, baby.
Okej, nu räcker det.
Den bästa var Sunset Runk.
Ja, den var fan bra. Den var bra. Åh, gud. Ja, okej, bra.
Det var roligt.
Tack Olivia. Det var marginellt underhållande.
Var min engelska bra? Vad tyckte du?
Den är okej.
Jaha. Var den bättre än Rask?
Den var bättre än Rasks.
Okej, ja, men det var ting som var...
Det är allt man begär. Hej.
Kaninpo. Kaninpo? What the fuck? Kaninpo.
Det är K9. Det är hund.
Vad är det? Aha! Jag trodde kanin.
Ja, nej. Okej, bra. Hej då.
De finns på ikonkläder.com/rask. Länk hittar ni i beskrivningen under videon som jag har länkat. Så vill du ha det en, gå dit och grab one innan de är slut. Sen så är det också så att låten ni kommer få höra är omixad. Den har ännu inte mixats. Den kommer mixas på måndag eller på tisdag av en god vän till mig. Så att ni får höra hela resultatet då om jag dunkar ut den på Spotify. Så att ha nu i åtanke att den här låten är inspelad på allt som allt en halvtimme från text till färdig låt. Så att nu jävlar kör vi dagens video. All right. All right hörni, det har hänt något med min röst efter att jag har rappat. Ni hörde rätt, jag har rappat. Jag har gjort min andra rap roast tror jag hela mitt liv. Min första rap roast var ju till Anjo och den var skriven av en annan människa, av en god vän till mig. Jag har nu gjort min första rap-diss som jag har skrivit själv, och det här är bara på kul, det är cringe som djävulen, I know. Det är inte menat att vara seriöst, men den här låten...
Det är okej. Okej, Rask, nu kör vi.
Jag fixade ett beat, jag köpte ett beat och skrev den här texten på 10 minuter. Och jag kan inte skriva raptexter, jag kan inte bygga en text, jag vet inte hur raptext funkar. Jag bara skrev, det är lite...
I just flow.
Old school rhyme, lite Run DMC-aktigt kan man säga. Det är väldigt mycket rim som jag tycker att rap ska vara. Och det var fy fan vad roligt då. Det är spot på hela tangentbordet här. Ni ska alldeles snart få se den här rap-roasten. Och kom ihåg nu hörni, ni behöver inte... jag vet. Jag är ingen rappare, jag kan inte skriva raptexter. Det här är 100% på kul, någonting som jag knåpar ihop på en kvart. En kvart! Men det är kul,
var det inte 10 minuter
alldeles? Lite lördagsunderhållning. Ni ska alldeles snart få se låten. Vill ni ha mer sånt här, lite rapdissar och sånt från en kille som inte kan? Det kan ju bli kul att titta på. Så tumma upp videon och låt mig veta i kommentarsfältet. Ta låten med en nypa salt. Och sen så också får ni inte glömma att se på gårdagens video. Fredagsrys med Rask. Och gårdagens video är en riktig historia.
Det här är ju ändå positivt att det ser ut att vara i kronologisk ordning här som det är uppladdat. För den där fredagsrys med Rask var ju en av de som vi skippade för att den var piss. 05:19. Den här kan vi skita i, ta bort den så.
Det här utspelade sig på 70-talet i Tyskland. En tjej som hette Annelies Michel som var besatt av 6 demoner. Och det här tog till slut livet av henne. Jag reagerar på riktigt.
Besatt av 6 demoner eller besatt av 6 demoner? Vad är planen när raskatonen är färdig? Alltså det kommer nog finnas ganska mycket rask-content kvar att titta på ändå. Så det blir nog bra. För övrigt så kommer jag sluta lite tidigare idag för att jag har lite saker att ta itu med. Men vi kör lite till. Och vi fortsätter som vanligt klockan 10 imorgon. Men jag måste klippa ihop lite highlights idag och fixa med den här jävla streamerbot. Annars kommer jag spränga mig själv.
Inspelningar från hennes exorcism. Vi tittar på bilder hur hon såg ut innan hon blev besatt och när hon var besatt. Så titta på den videon. Den är länkad högst upp i videobeskrivningen här. Det skulle betyda mycket för mig. Och gillar du det segmentet får du jättegärna dela den videon. För desto fler som ser den, desto roligare och mer motiverande blir det för mig att göra en till sån här. Men fredagsrys med Rask ska komma varje fredag. Men nu
2022. Anjo Jos.
Hej allihopa, välkomna till avsnitt nummer 10.
Och käften. Jos. Historien om Jos. Första avsnittet. Sista avsnittet är den 16 december 2020. Första avsnittet, tack det är bra, är den 14 oktober 2020. Så det här är slutet av 2020 alltså, som det här har hänt. Då måste ju Rasks video här måste vara typ 2021 kanske? Det här är ju postat 2022 i februari.
Stor, fakturera skamlöst allting som man tar sig för. Trots att han inte hjälper något utan bara förstör. Kraschar alla fordon, han är pårökt och åker fram. Någon annan får betala skadan, han har ingen skam. Smattrar brudar med sin kuk i Jockes garderob.
Smattrar brudar med sin kuk i Jockes garderob. Det här är inte bars. Och också observera, han sa att han hade köpt beatet. Så att han inte, det enda han har till för själv är dåliga rim.
Skicka bilder på sig själv med rejält stopp. I andra handen håller han sin fucking kaffekopp. Smyger runt, han jobbar inte, fakturera mil. Inte ett smartphonesbyggare än duger till. Hybrisen är tveklös, denna grabb har inget stopp. Kan ej betala räkningar men tror han är på topp. Påstår sig ha byggt för hela världens toppelit. En hund ligger begraven här och något luktar skit. Om du nu bygger för Jon Olsson och Google med. Hur kommer det sig att detta är något vi får se? Burj Khalifa, Eiffeltornet, World Trade Center med. Renovera världen men inget som de får se. Alla börjar ruttna på ditt motherfucking snack. Och alla dina kunder börjar ruttna av din lack.
Nu smider han planer vi i media ska få se. Men alla vet att inte någonting alls kommer ske. 6 månader har gått men ser ut som 7 svåra år. Om det fortsätter får han fucking bäras ut på bår. Rynken växer, killen kryper, vad fan är det här? En vidrig jävla lirare som bara till besvär. Jag är ingen rappare, det här är bara kul. Men jag fucking rullar som om jag får fram på jul. Ta denna låten med en liten nypa fucking salt. Jag signar ut honom en fin kväll, I'm over and out.
Ja, hörni, som jag sa, hoppas ni tyckte den var kul. Glöm ej att den är gjord av mig. Texten är skriven på 10 minuter, låten är inspelad på 10 minuter, så att den här har tagit mig totalt 20 minuter. Jag tycker själv att den är ganska catchy.
Från 10 minuter först till en kvart och nu tog det 20 minuter. Alltså, bestäm dig.
Ganska bra. Vill ni att jag lägger ut den på Spotify? Tumma upp! Hoppas att ni får en fantastisk lördag och glöm inte att titta på videon och tjejen som var besatt högst upp i videobeskrivningen. Det var allt för idag.